The 1970s was a golden age of musical creativity, a decade bursting with new sounds and bold ideas. From the soaring anthems of classic rock to the daring spirit of punk, the era gave us legendary bands like Led Zeppelin and Queen, who helped define rock and roll. But alongside the icons were countless talented bands that, for one reason or another, never got the spotlight they truly deserved. In today's video, we're shining a light on some incredible rock acts from the 70s that should have been much bigger. So sit back, get comfortable, and let's rediscover the hidden gems of a truly unforgettable decade. Are you ready? Little River Band formed in Australia in 1975 and quickly made a name for themselves with smooth harmonies, crisp production, and a soft rock sound tailor-made for radio. Often compared to the Eagles or Fleetwood Mac, they blended rock, pop, and melodic storytelling into a style that defined late 70s easy-listening rock.
Friday night, it was late, I was walking you home, we got down to the gate.
Hits like Reminiscing and Lonesome Loser became staples on airwaves around the world, especially in the US, where they found major success. But as the 80s rolled in, the rise of synth pop and shifting musical trends made their polished sound feel a bit out of step. Little River Band's music brings back memories of road trips, summer nights, and simpler times when soft rock ruled the radio and harmonies could lift your spirits in an instant.
In the border June. Have you heard about the lonesome loser beaten by the Queen? Time for cool change. The band was better than before.
Uriah Heap, formed in 1969, helped shape early hard rock and heavy metal alongside bands like Deep Purple and Black Sabbath.
Somewhere along the lonely road I had tried to find ya.
Their sound mixed heavy guitar riffs, swirling Hammond organ, rich harmonies, and fantasy-inspired lyrics, making them a favorite among rock fans. Hits like Easy Livin' and albums like Demons and Wizards built a loyal following, but frequent lineup changes, especially with singers, made it hard to stay consistent. Critics often overlooked them, calling their style too theatrical. Still, for many, Uriah Heap captured the bold, imaginative spirit of 70s rock.
Asked me name my clothing, I said the need within some men to fight it. There I was on a July morning, and I've been forgiven since you.
Bread, formed in 1968 in Los Angeles, became one of the defining bands of soft rock in the early 70s.
Hey, have you ever tried?
Led by David Gates, they delivered gentle melodies, heartfelt lyrics, and a mellow sound that became a radio staple with hits like Make It With You and If. As the decade moved toward harder rock and disco, Bread's style fell out of fashion. Creative tensions, especially between Gates and Jimmy Griffin, led to their breakup in 1973, with only brief reunions later on. Unlike the Eagles, Bread rarely toured, which made them less visible over time. Still, their music remains a soothing soundtrack for those who remember the softer side of the 70s.
If I chose the one I'd like to help me through, I would give anything. If a picture picture paints 1,000 words, then why can't I? You taught me how to love what it's all.
Babe Ruth, formed in 1970, stood out with their bold mix of hard rock, jazz, funk, and cinematic flair. Fronted by the soulful voice of Jenny Han, their music featured gritty guitar riffs and dramatic storytelling lyrics that gave them a truly unique sound. While their genre-blending style set them apart, it also made them tough to market during a time when clear labels mattered. Frequent lineup changes further slowed their rise. Though they never reached mainstream fame, Babe Ruth remains a cult favorite, remembered for their originality and fearless fusion of styles. Komas, formed in 1969 in the Netherlands, carved out a unique space in prog rock with their blend of classical, jazz, and rock, plus a dash of yodeling. Led by Jan Akkerman and Thijs van Leer, their instrumental skill shone on tracks like Hocus Pocus and Sylvia. While musically brilliant, their lack of catchy vocal hooks made them less accessible to mainstream audiences. When Akkerman left in 1976, much of the band's creative spark faded. Still, for fans of adventurous, genre-bending rock, Komas remains a standout from the golden era of prog. The Tubes emerged from San Francisco in the early 70s, blending rock, glam, punk, and new wave with sharp satire and outrageous theatrical flair. Known for their wild stage shows, complete with costumes, dancers, and over-the-top characters like Fee Waybills, Quay Lude, they were part concert, part comedy, part spectacle. Their music poked fun at consumer culture and media excess, earning them critical respect and a devoted cult following. But their edgy content and theatrical style made radio play and mainstream success a challenge. Still, for those who saw them live, the Tubes were truly unforgettable. Komas, formed in 1969 in London, remains one of rock's most haunting cult legends. Blending psychedelic folk, prog, and avant-garde, their eerie theatrical sound set them far apart from the typical British folk scene. Their 1971 debut First Utterance mixed dark fantasy, occult themes, and unsettling melodies, creating a nightmarish, almost otherworldly atmosphere. While often compared to the Incredible String Band or Pentangle, Komas leaned into something far stranger and more intense. Though they never found mainstream success and only released one album during their original run, First Utterance earned them lasting cult status among fans of the eerie and experimental. Stars was a hard rock band from the 1970s that blended glam, power pop, and early heavy metal into a sound full of energy and big, catchy hooks. Often compared to Kiss and Aerosmith, they delivered strong melodies and anthemic choruses, but never quite hit the mainstream. Despite being signed to Capitol Records, they didn't get the major label push they needed. Their mix of heavy riffs and pop sensibilities made them hard to categorize in an era of strict genre lines. Stars became a big influence on 80s glam metal. Angel, formed in 1975 and discovered by Gene Simmons, brought a theatrical flair to hard rock with their all-white outfits and melodic sound.
Sent alone to tell the tale from the land of Delmine.
Signed to Casablanca Records, the same label as Kiss, they were often seen as the anti-Kiss, light and angelic instead of dark and demonic. Their look turned heads, but they struggled to deliver the radio hits needed to break through. As punk and new wave took over in the late 70s, Angel's glam style began to feel out of step with the times. Still, for fans of theatrical rock, Angel remains a striking and memorable part of the era.
Sent alone to tell the tale from the...
Bachmann-Turner Overdrive, or BTO, burst onto the scene in 1973 with heavy riffs, driving rhythms, and a no-frills, blue-collar rock sound. Led by former Guess Who guitarist Randy Bachmann, they became staples of 70s arena rock with hits like Takin' Care of Business and You Ain't Seen Nothing Yet. Their boogie-driven style was perfect for the times, but by the late 70s, it began to feel repetitive. When Bachmann left in 1977, the band lost its creative core and struggled to maintain momentum. Still, BTO's anthems remain classic rock staples that capture the working-class spirit of the era.
And I've been taking care of business every day, taking care of business. I met a woman, she took my heart away. Drive, 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 let it ride.
And that's a wrap. We hope you enjoyed today's journey back to the 1970s as we speak tales from the gramophone. A nostalgic flashback to rock music history that hopefully brings you fond memories and wonderful moments. Did any of the bands trigger any flashback from the past? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more rock music history. Thank you for watching.
Just a